Oh, hey everybody, this is Carolyn Laila.
And this is Laila Bernard.
And you are listening to the Sleepover podcast. So, Laila and I were just recording the previous episode, and we were still on a big roll when we rudely
were interrupted by that app.
By the app that enables everything
that's happening.
So thank you, Anchor app. But, where were we?
We love to hate you and we hate to love you.
But I wanted to keep talking with Laila because we got to this really beautiful spot. I was telling her, we've been talking about how we are, there's basically an attitudinal choice that we have. To whatever extent we have choice, the choice we have is an attitudinal choice. Also a hermeneutic choice because it has to do with the matter of interpretation. And the essential hermeneutic attitudinal choice is, are you going to experience the way that God is fucking you and be feel really adored by it, feel like so romanced by it and grateful for it every inch of the way with all of its death and disease and terror within it? Or are you going to feel super violated by it and super offended and, pissed off, basically? That's really the choice.
There will be rapey, gropey penetrations of reality upon your psyche at all times. And you can either be, ravaged in the best way or, raped and traumatized.
Mm-hmm. And what that wounding really is just, going into a state of constriction around things. And stopping the flow. So, I was saying to Laila about how I was reading Crowley, and Crowley's talking about how we are all female to our holy guardian angel. We are, the angel is the vow of the Yod He Vow He, and we are the He final, which is the daughter in Malkuth. So whatever physical gender you have as a aspirant, as a devotee to higher realms, you have to accept that you are feminine in that relationship to the angel. And that opening to the will of the angel is opening to your own true will and creating the alchemical marriage, which is, I like to call, reality's orgasm, surrendering into the oceanic, orgasmic bliss death that is always happening, that is the body, it's Indra's net, it's what happens as Shiva opens and closes his eye, it is the mysterium tremendium, I don't even know, and that's what's happening. And you can either get down with that or you suffer. And it's sort of so the question of letting go of suffering is something that I spend a lot of time thinking about. Because obviously it has to start at home. I have to let go of my own suffering in order to believe that it's possible for other people to let go of theirs and do anything to help. So yeah, more and more I find my own release from suffering really comes in just being letting myself be so stupidly happy about the way that I'm being fucked.
Yes. Well, you've been doing a lot of meditation on conversing with Pan and have been really thinking about the identity of Pan and Shiva. And, as you were talking, I was really thinking about how, as aspirants, our desire, regardless of our physical gender, is to become as Babylon, the great whore, who just receives it all with compassion and love, and to fantasize about the great Pan that comes and ravages. And and that no matter what, we are, anyway, that's where we're at on the receiving end.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it really helps to have an image of the God who ravages. Because, there's sort of the same ideas in, the Hare Krishna, the images of Krishna and Radha, which are all, very sweet and very, puppy love kind of vibes, at least the images in Hare Krishna centers. But for integrational purposes, I find it really does help to go into a mythos that includes, rougher, hotter kinds of love, because it sure is rough and hot out here, folks.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. God, thank you, Carolyn. I feel like the thoughts that are burbling up are more personal than I want to share with our devoted listeners. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, and it's just, so Laila and I are just spreading this gospel of, like, it's really okay to just sexually enjoy and be enjoyed by God.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I think we got cut off during the last episode. I was talking about, really submitting to what is, and how, like, taking any particular side, like, please have fun with taking it, because it's not ultimately effective to, like...
It doesn't end the thing.
It doesn't end the thing.
Energizes it.
Right, exactly. Anyway, and I was just saying that one of the things that I've been really enjoying lately is just melting into cuddly snuggles with my boyfriend, Jesus Christ, and really feeling how that, when I imagine that as a guided meditation, just the place in my heart that it takes me is a very beautiful place of coherence. You were talking about coherence, and that's how I find myself getting into coherence most easily. It's just like imagining having a really sweet snuggle sesh a la the Hare Krishna's puppy love, whatever, with my teen boyfriend Jesus.
Aww. That's also the best.
I mean, anyway, there were other things.
There's other things mixed in there, everybody. Don't think that Laila's all all puppy love.
Pure. Oh yeah, no. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it when the great Lord Shiva is like fucking me, telling me what a stupid bitch I am. That's what I was realizing. I just love it. I love being fucked by God, telling me what an incompetent little bimbo I am. So stupid. It's the best. What a degradation kink. Oh my God. I'm really, I'm really feeling the hotness of that. I'm sure others of you can relate. I'm sure others of you, often struggle with feeling that you've been stupid. And I'm just really connecting now, what a fucking hot kink I have for being told I'm dumb. And the mean ways that I talk to myself sometime. I'm really being like, oh God, I love that so much. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel that, Laila. I feel the truth of that. It's a bit intense. I mean, it's kind of scary because it's like you're so smart. So
I know. I know. That's why only God can tell me what a stupid bitch I am. That's why I like it so much. That's the nature of kink, really. I mean, and that's isn't that the fucking existential kink that we're all in? Is that secretly we are all the all-powerful creator God, and we're in this adorable experience where we're I am so small and so powerless and so put upon, and nothing is my fault, and I can't do anything to change it. And it must almost certainly be exactly the opposite case because of our freakish, perverted love of that fantasy.
It's true, and it's also fun to realize that inhabiting that is necessarily invoking the reverse side of the wholeness that comes. I don't know.
I mean, it's going deep into the hadith, blasts you out the other side of the torus. Anyway, getting fucked by God is really, we're all learning how to take it.
Yeah, and I guess what Laila and I are talking about is this is what we endorse as the most expedient means towards reaching that coherent vibration has to do with like having a tender, loving, erotic, loving, but some kind of like intimate, loving relationship with God. Basically, we are bakantes. We are bhakti practitioners of
a strange Midwestern mom goth variety.
Yes, we are bakantes.
Ecstatics.
Bhakti ecstatics. And so we're just saying that like you can do that without being a Hare Krishna. You can do that with any God forms that speak to your soul and that you see some usefulness in cozying up to. To me, the usefulness of Babylon and the Beast is nearly endless because they're just joyfully partying in a completely
wanton way.
wanton way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, anyone can be Babylon and anyone can be the Beast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're all manifestations of the essential forms. I mean, even, like, this is putting me in mind of, like, I just recently watched Seth Rogen's movie Sausage Party.
You keep telling me about this, and every time you tell me about it, I'm, like, more scared of this movie.
It's terrifying. It's utterly terrifying. It's utterly disgusting. It's utterly, like, just a gross movie. And yet its profanity is also its profundity. And like whenever I think about the like deep erotic union of Babylon and the Beast, I think about the two main characters in Sausage Party who are a hot dog who is the male, romantic interest, and a hot dog bun who is the main female romantic interest. And just the, like, overt yoni lingam, like, fuck intensity that these characters have for each other. I'm like, that's really, like, it's embarrassing to look at, but honestly, we're all just weird hermaphroditic hot dogs and hot dog buns trying to get our buns filled and our franks bunned. You know what I mean? Like, we're all, it's a little bit humiliating to realize the degree to which we're doing that. And like we were talking about in like the last episode, that we are all so traumatized by the collective evil narrative around death and how death is like the enemy and how it's to be feared and avoided and it's a kind of failure or like, loss of some kind in a competition. The same kind of degraded control of the spirit happens when people are, embarrassed of the super erotic nature of what is going on all the time. And that's one of the things that I love about, the sleepover mystery cult of just like being eternally in love with God in this very like hot, wet, juicy, actually sexy way, because the sex vibration, just like the death vibration, is actually a very wholesome, beautiful vibration and not something to be afraid of or, to shy away from. So anyway.
It's true, everybody. So, this is our Valentine's Day episode. Maybe we should reflect a little bit about Valentines. You know anything about Valentines? I know it has something to do with Lupercalia.
I'm such a Philistine, Carolyn. I really know nothing.
Well, let's see if I
anything.
can make something up about it. Let's see. In Rome, Lupercalia was a celebration.
Can I just share something? Can I just share something that I like often think about?
Yeah.
Is how like, the heart shape that is the logo of, Valentine's Day and love really much more physically resembles the organ of like the womb and the grail, and how like that receptivity is like the kind of feminine spiritual love and like devotion that we were talking about.
Yeah, it resembles a womb, and it also resembles like an ass bent over.
Sure fucking does. Yeah. You know what? I actually one time got in deep trouble in my small progressive community for making a logo that was just purely a heart shape, but people made me take my ads down in the co-op because my heart-shaped logo was too provocative. And I was like, straight up, it does look like a vulva viewed from behind with some luscious butt cheeks on it, does it not? And what is wrong with that? And what is wrong with that? You know, the Catholic Church is out there waving its dick around everywhere. Like, why can't us wholesome bhaktis just like flash our juicy apple bottom pussies out on the lanes as well?
This question that you're raising right now reminds me of another, Layla has Venus and Aries, and this question that she's posing really resonates with like the mission of another Venus and Aries friend I had who took off her clothes at every opportunity, just was like every party, every traffic stop, some days, every walk through the park, she would just take off her clothes and people would call the police and she would tell off the police. She was so beautiful. I mean, it was a little bit impossible to go out with her after a while, but it really was so beautiful in that.
That's such an innocent Aries, like, show of violence, though. I can really feel in my own Venus and Aries heart how you're just like, I'm gonna fucking rape everyone's eyes and psyche right now with my gorgeous nakedness. Like, I dare you to get angry about it. I fucking dare you. And then when people get angry at you, you're like, what? About this? This is what you're upset about? It's so, I can really feel it. Oh my God. What a genius.
Such genius, such deep genius, unforgettable. And I hope she's doing well, but it's tough. So I'm hearing you talk about, taking another, like a bit more metaphorical Venus and Aries stand with your logo. But yes, the heart absolutely is that. It's this beautiful form and a symbol of our religion for sure. And so one of the reasons why Valentine's Day is cool, I mean, I'm sure people could have lots of reasons why it's uncool, but I think one of the reasons why it's cool is because it is a holiday of erotic love.
Yeah. And isn't it the same pain that we have around erotic love in general that causes Valentine's Day to be super triggering for many people? And there's energy around it because there's energy around erotic love in our culture,
Oh boy, I've had many intense Valentine's Day experiences over the years. Yeah. I am a bit scared of the holiday myself.
I have to say that I frankly feel about almost every single holiday the exact same way, which is that I try to avoid it at all costs. That's the energy of holidays really, I try to take a Quaker stance of every day is a holiday. Why are you trying to make this one extra? So we can fight? You're trying to make this one extra special so we can have a fight about it? Not today. Get thee behind me, Satan. It's just a regular ass fucking day. It's just God's day, just like yesterday was.
I think that's very healthy. I think I've come to something like that.
Well, you almost got murdered by Christmas this year.
I did. Really.
The spirit of Christmas came and tried to kill you, so... Don't get murdered by the spirit of Valentine's Day either. For anyone who is thinking about starting a relationship-ending quarrel with their beloved on Valentine's Day just to start some shit, maybe think otherwise. Maybe it's just another day. Maybe it's just another fucking day.
Good point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like we were talking about with the Freedom Convoy, the people who are super hot and juicy for the Freedom Convoy are exactly the same as the people who are super hot and juicy for the vaccine mandates. We're all just feeding each other's need for a beautiful other to be in erotic union with.
It's true. It's very true. And I really like how much, like, the more we go into it, actually our, like, tantric sexy philosophy just, like, takes you into, like, actually, like, a very, like, still equanimity, because, like, you can, like, you're willing to, like, feel it all swirling, and, like, you're so willing that in that willingness you're like, yeah, it's cool, no need to get wrought up about any of it. It's all the great, beautiful fuck is just perpetually happening. So
yeah, it's very Big
Lebowskian
Lebowskian
stillness of that
dude abidingness. You know, and the dude gets to, like, impregnate the goddess character of that movie.
Yes, that is a very amazing point. That is like a whole Gnostic mass within the Great Lebowski.
The vagina worshipping Maud chooses the abiding dude as her cronsort completely because he does not give a single fuck about it.
Yeah, Crowley has this quote that I think is pretty funny, which is that mind is the accident of semen.
Mind is the accident of semen. Whoa. Say more.
I think it's in the Book of Lies. He says mind is the accident of semen. And he talks about how, you know, all men are really just the servants of their seed. And, like, if you think that you're making a decision or something that's, like, somehow... Basically, that you are not the author of your experience. You are the servant of your seed. And, like, the more you recognize that, the more in touch with your embodied true will that you are. So it's like, you know, the servant of your seed on a very literal genetic level. And it's also like the servant of whatever it is, like, as you die and your vibrations go into the whole, like, that is what you are serving. Is that
well, just like your genetics are like a literal language story that you are propagating, like the product of your mind is also a language story that you are propagating into reality. Interesting. Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, there's so many meanderings, but yeah, really thinking about how, like, on a biological level, we are all created by a story language code called our genetics, really, like, adds credence to, like, Thoth and Mercury and Hermes and Pluto in his hellish form, underworldly form, as, like, the creator god who goes between the, like, wordless, unspoken, unrung, and the, like, manifest objects of creation. Anyway, wow.
Yeah, and it's like something that's been really sweet to me poetically in, like, getting closer to, like, Dionysus Pan is that you know, like, Hermes is with Dionysus in so many stories, and it's basically like they are the same. Like, the Herms are these, like, phallic things. So it really is, it's like Hermes is just sort of the more abstract order of the phallic logos.
Well, and he carries the caduceus, which is also, you know, phallic, and has the, like, snake wrapped around it. So he's, like, in mastery of and knows the mystery of the entwined hot dog and hot dog bun. God, I really just want to say thank you, Seth Rogen, for drinking all the medicine that you have consumed and, like, making this, like, trashy mystery film. I am not suggesting that anyone go out of their way to watch it, because I would be embarrassed to tell you that I told you to watch this movie. I would be embarrassed for you to have taken it up on my recommendation, because you will find, I'm certain, many reasons to hate it, just as I did. But also...
Now I actually want to see it. I think we've just been talking about it so much.
The deep yin-yang, like, modern statement of, you know, the Shakti Shiva in the form of a fucking hot dog Frank and a fucking hot dog bun in their, like, desire for each other. Oh my God. And they want to like unite with each other so bad. And like, they want like the fucking Frank wants to get in that bun so bad. And the bun just wants to be filled with that Frank so bad in the great beyond where they'll be in union. And then of course that's where they go and get eaten by the people. And like, isn't it so true that like, that is where they will be in the deepest union after they've been like completely devoured in the maw of like these consuming gods called humans who will eat them as food and like turn them into something else completely. Anyway, it's fucking deep, okay? Like, I just want to say thank you, Seth Rogen, for being such a trashy stoner, like, medicine keeper, and for making this, like, disgusting, like, potty humor mystery movie. You're a genius. I hope you're listening. I hope we get to hang someday.
That would be great.
Yeah, so if the yin-yang and the, like, yoni lingam thing don't do it for you, maybe just think about how much the hot dog and the bun long for one another in erotic union. Let's serve that at the next mystery school. Let's have a hot dog party. I
think we have to have Frankenfurters.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh my God. So sexy.
Oh, boy. I am so grateful for the mystery school because I feel like it's really the best art project ever. Like, art in the way that, like, magic is, like, the art.
I know.
And it's, like, it really, I feel very fulfilled as an artist.
I know.
By it.
I was thinking about, like, the choreography and, like, set design and the, like... I know, I was just being like, wow, art. Like, we are really, like, creating amazing, immersive, interactive... high-level art.
Yeah, we're like an artist collective.
Who knew?
I know. Somebody should give us government funding.
We thought we were just nerds. We thought we were just devotional nerds.
I mean, we are. That is what we are.
I mean, that's the essence of art.
And, yeah, that is absolutely the essence of art. And, yeah, it's just, like, I'm really proud of the way... Like, I used to feel unfulfilled as an artist because I was just, like, writing so many essays. And I was just like, this is not all that I can do. But I feel like there's, like, economic pressure to, like, nobody fucking wants to read poetry. Like,
nobody wants to pay money to come to an amazing play.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been in the self-help industry, which people pay quite a lot of money in. And
because the suffering keeps on coming here in the world of samsara.
Yes, a good counselor will never be without clients. That is rock solid career advice. But where were we? Oh, yeah. But the mystery school has given me an opportunity to really like feel all of these poetic dimensions getting really fulfilled and put to use, and I'm so grateful for that, Laila.
Yeah, me too. I think the world of poetry is where my soul most naturally resides, and
like it's just so amazing to be like the poetry that unfolds within the relationships of the people present. Mm-hmm. Like that is the poetry.
Mm-hmm. So many poetic experiences. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I hope that you see the presence or absence of a lover in your life, experience that directly as God fucking you. In exactly the way that you most like to be fucked, whether you like to admit it or not. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Thanks, God. Thank you.